Hello. Sorry about that. Why is game not opening? Not this game. This game, no. This game crash. Trembling essence. Oh, is game now opening? Is game now opening? I don't know. Did I open it? I think I did. One. We'll have the warnings right now. Open. Okay, so I did open two. Though I didn't want to. Warnings. Warning. Drowning. Drowning. I'll throw you my water to simulate drowning. Just, I can't fit it in. I can't fit you in my water. So, audio hallucinations and visuals. Violence. I'll show you a demonstration. There you go. That's violence. Just that's violence. Why am I doing this? I don't know. Manipulation. You don't need any other streamer. You don't. You need me. Only me. I am the only streamer you need. All of the others, they're shit. They're horrible. They're so unentertaining and untalented and so shit. And you shouldn't go to them. You shouldn't do that. I'm the only one you need. All right, manipulation, shaking screen, stuff like this, and graphic depictions of death. This probably is because of epilepsy. So sorry. So if you are sensitive to any of this stuff, or if you have epilepsy, please take care of yourself. God. Alright. It's hot. Oh, I know why. I have heater on. Heater on. Oh, fuck. Alright. Loud. Loud. Alright. So we're gonna continue where we left off. Where we left off. They're cooking some stew with him. Do remember that. Once you're completely done with everything, he takes up the dishes and goes up to the kitchen. You hear the sound of the faucet being turned on as he begins to wash them. I think I'm starting to feel a little better now. We should make something like this together again. Stop what he's doing and turns to you. To look at you. Would love to cook with you again. The sound of water coming from the faucet and the clanking of dishes makes it hard to hear. What did you say? He turns off the faucet and dries his hands, using a nearby cloth. Nothing. But I'm up for making another bowl of that soup. He is very attractive, so. Alright, he walks over to pull your chair back. You probably stand up and awkwardly collide with the corner of the chair and stumble back from the pain. He swiftly reacts by wrapping his hands around you and holding you back up. Him being this close to you leaves you speechless and diverts you from the pain. He waits a few more seconds before letting you go. We can continue relaxing here since you're still stumbling. What was that? Noah? Noah? What the fuck was that? Noah! Noah? No. Noah! An airy sound echoes within the cabin, sending a chill up your spine. Not sure what could have been. It sounded like something scratching aggressively on wood. You act from it by getting closer and staying behind him. Anxious mix of worry and fear has you on edge. He goes on alert and cautiously looks out of the window. The sound was very close and you're not sure, but it sounded as if it came from inside the cabin. As he looks around the kitchen and dining area, your eyes trace a door not that far from you. Even though you noticed it earlier, there was never any interest in it until now. Cautiously make your way to it, sensing that the sound came from this direction. He approaches you swiftly, speaking in a whisper. What are you doing? I think it came from behind this door. He presses his ear to it and backs up for a moment. The both of you continue to quietly talk to him. It's not coming from there. Struggle to determine whether he is being honest. Can't get a good read on him. Are you sure? It sounded like it did. Do you want to find out? Pretty shaken up from the situation altogether, but you are curious. Yeah? Yes? Give him a nod and place your hand onto the doorknob. I do. Before he can open it, he slowly takes your hand away. Just no. You're supposed to say no. What? He chuckles softly as if he's interrupting to ease your worried conscious. There's nothing in there that could have made that noise. Besides, you're shaking. What is going on? I forgot. Was there something about the regular game that there was something there? Like something behind a door or something. I forgot. Did you kidnap someone and lock them in there? Did you kill someone? Or I guess what happened? Why you? Besides, you're shaking. You look down at your hand, trembling in his. He makes another effort of keeping you calm. I'm sure it was from outside. Go out there and check for it. Yeah. See ya. Just open the door. He glances at the door one more time before leaving kitchen with him. I know. You're getting something secret from me, you hot bitch. The noise happens again, echoing down the hallway. I hear. He adjusts his posture and glances into the living room before going into his room, closing the door behind him. You wait not too far from it. This situation is starting to weigh you down even more. He emerges again, quietly shutting the door, and you follow behind him into the living room. He approaches the front door and gently pulls it ajar. It won't take too long. You give him a very unconvincing nod, your mind racing with doubts. It's clear you're still unsure about what you want. Your lingering apprehension towards him is fairly noticeable. Snow, I'm sure it's nothing serious. You don't need to. Can't remember how or why this keeps plaguing you, but a distant memory in your mind wants you to leave. You're not sure why. It takes a step closer when you you still haven't said anything. Your voice goes hush, but loud enough for him to hear you. What if I go with you then? He gives you a skeptical look and refrains from expressing his initial thoughts. That's not gonna happen. It's safe for you to be here. I don't know what. You don't know the terrain like I do, and you've been maybe if I just know. The sudden chill of the wind makes its way inside, shivering you as he goes outside. You place the blanket on your lap and wait while you appreciate his return. Anticipate his return. With each passing moment, you become more worried about him. You put those thoughts into the back of your mind and continue waiting to avoid any form of temptation to go inside. This is short-lived as you get up from your spine and take a look out the window to see where he is. A large gust of wind rolls through the trees, making them move and sway in one direction. The sun barely peeking through the clouds as you take a look to the left to try to locate him. He's not over there. Your eyes travel along the terrain searching for him as the rain from outside hits up against the window. There's nothing else that could be seen from this angle. Take a few steps away from the window. You look at the front door and make your way over to it. Quick check wouldn't hurt. Place your hand on the doorknob and turn it. As you open the door, a strong gust of icy wind pushes you back into the cabin. Shake it off and get ready to take a couple steps outside. Suddenly, an arm on your sweater gets caught in something pulling you back. There's a couple of worn down nails and chipped wood protruding from the side of the door frame that get stuck inside your sleeve. Take time to get unstuck, but you're having trouble as the wind continues to whistle between the trees. The more you try to pull away, the worse it gets. Come on. You tug on it until a part of it tears off. Dang it. Snow. Oh, you tense up and take a step back, which tears the arm from your sweater even further. He takes a few steps forward and looks down at your arm stuck in the door frame. There's a subtle shift in his attitude as he carefully takes his time to get you unstuck. With one last adjustment, he managed to get you unstuck. He lets out a small sigh. The rain is starting to come down even more. He shields you from the icy chill that blows over. Let's get back inside. He immediately walks over to his bedroom door and slightly opens it before giving you a glance. I'll be right back. Alright. Even though he gave the impression of being calm, his voice came off fairly intimidating, but try not to cause any more trouble and wrap the blanket around yourself before sitting down. Every time an ounce of curiosity comes across your mind, you quickly shake it away. It's not too long before you look back over from the sound of his room door open. Okay. He sits down next to you, holding a small tin. Before you can ask him what's in it, he opens it to reveal a seam ripper, needle, and some string on a spool. He looks at your torn sleeve and you lift your arm up. Catching you by surprise, he intertwines his hand with yours before taking his other hand to inspect your arm. He carefully checks to ensure the protruding wood and nails of the door frame haven't caused any injuries. There's a faint sigh of relief when there are none. The quiet air in the living room is only broken by the act of him proceeding to thread the needle in the rain pouring down. Stay still and watch him sew. Glances up at you when the silence in the room goes on for too long. Snow? Yeah? He adjusts the needle and continues. What were you trying to do? There's a hint of hesitation in your voice as you try to get your thoughts together. I was worried about you. He gives you a questionable look but listens attentively as you start to speak up more. I stayed by the window to look for you, but the rain made everything harder to see, and I got caught in by the door frame and couldn't get out. Just want to make sure you were alright out there. It hasn't even been a full day since you've been back here, and you're already more concerned about me. There's no need for you to do that. I don't want you to do that, especially right now. I told you earlier that it would be fine. The gaze falls onto the tear of your sleeve, prompting you to faintly rest your hand against the couch and go quiet. He immediately catches your reaction and pauses. And yet, you care about me enough to make that risk. Yeah. The initial coldness in his demeanor softens slightly. The fact that you do that for me, it's, how would I put it, endearing. Maybe I would have reacted differently if things were better. But I need you to worry about your own well-being. It's not inconsiderate for you to do so. You still need more time to recover. I know the area well enough to make it back, remember? Trust me on that. He quietly threads the needle through the cross pattern before tugging on the string. There's a short moment of silence between the two of you as your previous words cut through him. And for what it's worth, I'm starting to understand why you feel this way a little more now. I saw how much the noise from outside was bothering you. He starts to fumble with the needle and string. I wasn't expecting it to take that long when it was out there. There wasn't much you could have done even if you were well enough to even go with me. Certain areas are too dangerous to check from all of the rain. The wind out there didn't help that much either. I almost slipped and fell into a puddle. Hold on. Hope it was a puddle. With how everything led up to this moment, you weren't sure what to expect. His words genuinely surprised you. You continue the conversation with him in hopes to see how the rest of this can go. However, before he could say anything else, there's a bright light that flashes through the window. It lights up the cabin for a split second with a low rumble of the thunder following along. Both of you look at each other for a second before going over towards the window. There's a low crawl of fog in the distance, followed by the rain quickly intensifying into another downpour. Sorry, some noise outside. Strikes of lightning travel through the clouds. Almost looks endless. I guess it wasn't going to clear up after all. You let out a sigh and continue looking at the fog roll away as he speaks up. Don't worry, eventually will. You never know. You look out into the distance, try to think back as the roaming fog travels farther away. Fog continues rolling in between the trees, giving off the eerie look, only to travel farther from the cabin. Does it always rain like this? No. Really? Around this time of year, it's normally ordinary rain showers. It's late into the autumn season, so it's to be expected. But this time, it's a little unusual. But we'll be safe in here. You don't respond and continue looking out into the distance. A dull ache slowly travels through your head, slightly worse than last time. Never got to finish sewing up your sleeve. I'll just bring you a new sweater. Turns on the lamp before opening the door and is gone for a few minutes while you stay by the window. continue to watch the fog fade away into the distance and try to recollect more of your past memories. Your head starts to hurt a little more attempting this. Slightly stumble trying to go back to the couch. The pain forces your head back and your eyes closed. A silent yelp escapes you. Eventually you doze off. The ache slowly subsides as you wait on his return. Snow? Different clothes. You slowly open your eyes back up to look at him. The first thing you notice is his change of clothes, along with him carrying a fairly thick blanket and a pillow. This is just so you feel more comfortable around here. It's gonna get fairly cold tonight. He passes both of them over, however. You're paying attention as you continue looking at him. Snow? Are you alright? Oh, the blanket and pillow have been inviting warmth that washes over you. Feels like they've been freshly pulled from the dryer. Before he can get it comfy, he passes you a brand new sweater. Don't forget this here. Even though you'd rather go to sleep in the comfort of the blankets, you appreciate the gesture and take it from his hands. He takes a seat on the couch as you head to the bathroom. Another sting runs through your head at a few seconds into being in the bathroom. You place a hand on your forehead, wincing out in pain. Before it can get any worse, the pain quickly subsides. You still can't fully process why this keeps happening. At this point, you just want to sleep off this issue. Maybe I'll just need more sleep. You change out of the partially fixed sweater, neatly folding and placing it to the side before putting on a new one. While it doesn't feel any different, you can tell it's been washed. You turn off the light, making sure to take the used sweater with you out of the bathroom. You look over and see him resting on the couch, his face softened by the gentle glow of the lamp. He almost looks content. Even though you're hesitant at first, with a gentle hand, you nudge him on the shoulder. Noah? God, he's so... Sorry. God. Sorry, he's just so attractive. Oh, God. I'm so stupid and gay. Alright. Alright. There's a stretch accompanied by a husky groan as he lifts his head. Tired smile meeting your gaze. He reaches out and takes the semi-torn sweater into his hands. Are you gonna get rid of it? Oh, this? No. I'll probably finish sewing the rest of the sleeve on my own time. Or... Flirt. You make an attempt at flirting by blankly staring at him. Is this part of where I'm supposed to guess? Keep staring. Are you zoning out again? The awkward silence in the room! This could be cut with a knife. Never mind. You're not sure why flirting would be appropriate now, but you feel pretty content that you're leaving a great impression. What? What? How's that flirting? I don't know. He awkwardly changes the subject when the moment of silence drags on for too long. Well, I guess it's good night. Hopefully, tomorrow will be better. I would stay here with you, but I need to get some sleep. He takes up the thick new blanket, allowing it to open the air and settle softly onto you. As you nestle in, he relaxes a bit more as he continues. If that noise happens again throughout the night and you're still anxious, or if you can't sleep again, feel free to knock on my door. But don't go in, okay? You may be handsome, but you're being suspicious. You're being suspicious. And in games, I do the dumb choice and go in. You tell me don't go in, I'm gonna go in. I'm gonna check. And then you'll kidnap me, throw me in there with the other kidnapped person, and I'm gonna be dead. Alright. Okay. A small quiet laugh escapes him. Your initial unease starts to fade, even if it's a tiny bit. Good night, Noah. Remember to take it easy. Alright. He switches off the lamp before entering into his room. Before anything can come of this, he falls asleep. Oh, survived. Alright. There could be some bad endings for this. Not sure. Alright, hold on. Let's just say no. What happens if we say no? Nah. As much as you wanted to check it out, you're not sure if it's worth the risk. Anything could be behind that door. I don't think it's a good idea. He makes another effort at keeping you calm. I'm sure it was from outside anyway. I'll go out there and check for you. You glance at the door one more time before leaving the kitchen with him. Okay. Or does anything new happen? Am I still going outside to check on him? Or if I just say, I wasn't checking on you. I don't give a shit about you, Noah. You suck, Noah. You're dumb. And I hate you. Alright, I'm sorry. He watches you intently, waiting for you to continue. You pause and take in a deep breath. I just want to make sure. Oh, okay. Alright. Nothing of, I don't give a shit about you. You're fucking dumb. You're stupid. Alright. I just want to make sure you were okay. I should have waited, like you said, but you were gone for too long and it got a little anxious. Okay. Anything new? New ways to die. New ways to die. How will Noah kill me? Or we could fix. We could fix it together. Right. Wait, you can sew? I'm kind of a novice, but it looks pretty easy. There's a hint of interest in his voice as he looks down at the torn stitching of the sweater. I'm looking forward to seeing you try tomorrow then. Give him a confident nod as he lets out a tired yawn. Well, I guess this. Anything new? No, I just survived. Okay. What does the other stuff say again? You went to sleep comfortably. You anxiously await the next day. Morning. Let me load. What if I just say no? I'm not gonna go with you, Noah! You stinky... stay. You shake your head at him. I'll be fine, think so. Whoa. He notices that you're shaking from the cold. Have you forgotten the situation you're in, Snow? Would you want to stay in a place like this? Aren't you hungry? You don't respond. Come on, let's just go back. Stay. You shake your head once again and go back even further. No, I don't want to go anywhere with you. Leave me alone. You. He moves closer, keeping a fair amount of distance away from you. You go on the offensive and glare at him. Torina here has gone to you. I'll take care of you and everything just like before. You don't say anything and rethink your situation. This goes on for a while, before he looks out towards the sky. Lightning strikes can be seen in the distance. He stares back to you, breaking you out of your train of thought. Look, I don't have much time for you to continue sulking here. Think about this. Would you rather continue out being here with nowhere else to go, or in the comfort of a cabin? I kind of feel it's like a dick. Just being like, stay. You stay still, eyeing him down. No. He backs up, staying just underneath a tree. Trying to save you and give you a second chance. The distant thunder grows closer. Give you a few seconds to change your mind. I've done all that I can then. He turns and walks away. You watch as he slowly disappears in between the trees. More time passes as you peek your head out once more. He really left. Let out a deep sigh and plan your next move. Alright. We could have been saved. But I am stubborn as hell and I didn't like him. Like, I don't like you. You stink. You stink, man. Alright. Look for higher ground. Crawl out of the tree and get a good look of the area. Distant thunder continues to be heard through the swamp. Even though you're hot, I'm not gonna go with you. A freezing chill rings through the air. You ignore the growing pains and take this time to head to higher ground. Everything is disorienting in your weak state. After you push low-hanging branches out of the way, you discover a crossroad. Left? That's so hard to see. You lean up against one of the trees and try to stay focused. It smells horrible here. Turn around and leave. Been wandering for who knows how long. Part of you wonders how much longer you can keep this up. You take more time out to catch your breath, only to collapse to the ground. Close your eyes and rest there for a few minutes. There's an odd sense of comfort here. The air feels fresh and damp. A small breeze passes by. The cool chill numbs you temporarily. It's getting too cold for you to stay here. You can sense that if you try to, you won't make it very far. You let out an exhausted sigh before going in a different direction to get away from the freezing chill. As you continue downward, you spot something gleaming out of the corner of your eye. Decide to locate the source of it. Falling over random branches and rocks in the way, you come across a creek. Hurriedly stumble towards it and take large sips of water. You're pretty sure there were pieces of dirt mixed in that time. Whatever. You quickly cup your hands into the water and look into it before splashing it against your face. You wipe your hands off and walk along the stream. As you continue downwards, you come across a strange opening within the foliage. God damn it. I'll just turn off camera so I can charge my phone, because I use my phone for my camera. Looks like a mudslide happened here. You use most of the energy you have to climb upwards. Each step you take leaves a large indent in the soft ground. With one final pull, you hoist yourself up and over. There's a change in the air the farther you go. Wait, this looks familiar! A few drops of rain land on you. Oh no, I have to keep going. Gradually pick up the pace. There's a sudden turn in the path you didn't expect. Didn't realize there was a sudden drop off. You toss and turn, making your way down the hill. Oh, try to brace yourself against the rocks that cut and bruise you. The pain from the fall is causing your senses to fade. The air is knocked out of you once you hit the ground. Before you can manage to pick yourself up, someone stands in front of you. Change your mind. What the fuck? He nails downward to get a good look at you. I feel a bit better than what you did. It's as if, but he didn't. He unexpectedly lifts you up. Stop talking. What the fuck? The only noise that breaks the silence between the both of you are the raindrops that lands onto the ground. Well, let's get you back inside. He continues carrying you along with ease while it lightly rains. It's as if fate brought you back to me. Which is good, because you wouldn't be able to survive without me. That is fucking weird to say. After a few more minutes through the foggy terrain, the both of you reach the cabin. You tiredly look around one last time before he goes through the back door of the cabin. Oh. You're immediately met with a comforting... Let's skip. How embarrassing it is. It must be to live like this. Guess I'll have to get used to this once more. I guess if we choose to just not like him at all, something bad may happen. Who knows? With a feeling of fatigue, you let out a sigh before pressing yourself against the door to maintain your energy. What? Nothing. Then maybe you should sit down. You sit down on the throw blanket. The soft cushioning helps you feel a bit better and keeps the couch from getting dirty. It's not much, but it's better than being under a rotten tree. You lean back, trying to relax, but this moment is cut short as he gets ready to toss something towards you. Catch. Manage to grab the warm cloth just in time. You should probably clean your face. You stay quiet and begin to wipe your face. Once you finish, he walks towards you, extending his hand out. You pause for a second, trying to understand what this could mean before hesitantly placing your hand into his. What are you doing? What? Huh? I want my cloth back. Oh. You remove your hand and give it back to him, only for him to place it on the nearby side table. He walks over to the window adjacent to the front door. Yeah. Let's skip. Alright. You can stay here until everything clears up. There's a moment of silence before you attempt to speak up. You try to search for the right words, but you're not sure what to say. The word expression, you lean back against the couch. He reaches out and places his hand on your forehead. You seem okay, I guess. I'll look at it this way. You're not out there anymore, for right now at least. He looks out the window and back to you. Don't move. Makes his way down the hall into the kitchen, and you can faintly overhear a plastic bag being shuffled. Goes back with something wrapped in aluminum foil and a cup of water here. Yeah. It's gyro. Gyro? I don't know. I'll pronounce it. This should be enough. Are you going to eat? I'm not that hungry right now. Begin to peel back the foil and take a bite. It's okay. Oh, it's not. It's alright, whatever. But last time it was like, oh, it's good. Some seasoning was added to this, but it has cold pockets. Take a bite into the piece of bread and chew a little bit slower. Continue to eat, in silence until you finish the last few bites before drinking the cup of water. He reaches out for the trash and tosses it into a nearby cardboard box before sitting down fairly closer to you. Now with that out of the way, I need you to never do that again. So this attitude of yours isn't going to keep you here much longer. Keep it up, and if you want, but we both know how that's going to end. Ow. Right. Glare at him. How admirable. Not really. You're annoying. Anyway, what were you thinking? God, it's so weird seeing him just be a dick. Do you understand? No. Hmm. God. Like, why did we... I'm guessing we broke up or something? I don't know. No. Hmm. It's sad things are still like this. He looks down, thinking to himself, hope you change your outlook soon. Very soon. Let's just give it time then. Yeah. Damn. Damn. Alright. He faintly mumbles to himself before standing up. Oh, it's so weird. Because I did the romantic thing first, and then now it's just seeing this side of him is kind of uncomfortable. He takes a peek into his room before walking towards the bathroom, and within a few minutes, he makes his return. Just check the time. It's very late to the night. Weekly stand up and he stays close. If you look at the towel rack, the new clothes will be right there. The material is thicker, so it'll help you stay warm. Damn. Don't use up all the Halloween this time. Be right back. Can't wait to leave this place. You let out a deep sigh and turn on the faucet in the tub. What uses more hot water? I don't know. I think I took a bath last time. No, I didn't. You plug the drain and let the tub fill up, noting that the water pressure is a bit poor. The soft hum of hot running water and steam fills the air as you turn the knob. Before the water gets too high, you grab a random bottle of body wash and pour it in. The place ends up smelling like a mix of sandalwood and amber. Smells fairly nice. Bubbles quickly form, and it takes a while for the bath to finally fill up to the top. Once the water reaches a certain level, you change off your clothes and submerge yourself into the warm waters. Grab a different body wash off the edge of the tub and lather up the gel between your hands. The entire room smells like fresh lemons as you start to clean yourself up. Once finished, you take a small pause and then lean back up against the edge of the tub. You close your eyes and let the warm water soothe your tired muscles. You end up dozing off, allowing the warmth to envelop you. The sudden sound of the door being banged causes you to splash in the water. Are you okay in there? Yes. Okay. His footsteps trail off somewhere within the cabin. It takes a minute before your heartbeat calms back down. Since you don't want to waste any more time, you finish up whatever else you needed to do and quickly change. You drain the rest of the water in the tub before turning off the light and leaving. You shovel back to the couch only to notice... God, being so extra mean to him. Oh, it feels so uncomfortable. I just want to go to sleep. Before you go to bed, let me refresh your memory then. Don't leave my home unless I'm with you. Don't go into my room and mess with anything. He doesn't say anything else and goes into his room. You get up and turn off the lamp and take the blanket that's been left on the couch. Shuffle around a bit before finally falling asleep. Damn. Just being a dick. You survive. You survived. Ending. You don't trust him. What ending is that one? Oh, I guess it's a mystery ending. Okay. Okay, let me just be like, what? I don't know. Alright. Take a bath. We'll just say, yes. You feel more relaxed now? Yes. My head still hurts, but I do feel a little bit better now. He perks up slightly. Glad you're starting to change. Fuck you. It's like, what the fuck you mean? You're not sure what he means, but you decide not to question it right now. I'm gonna call it a night so you can get some sleep. So let me refresh your memory. Don't leave my house. I'm left with you. Don't mess with anything. Go into my room. And another thing. Let's all long pause before laying a husky yawn. I am too tired for this. You're gonna figure out the rest as we go along. He doesn't say anything else and goes into his room. You get up to turn off the lamp and take the blanket that's been left on the couch. Shuffle around a bit before finally falling asleep. Oh, still don't trust him. Okay. Oh, what are you? Let me actually stay here and go to sleep. You shift around inside the hollow tree and lay back down. For a moment, you'd rather go back to sleep. Huh? Chilly wind makes it difficult to get any rest in. It's only a short amount of time before you have to admit it's getting colder. It takes longer for you to stand back up. Instead of choosing the direction to go in, you aimlessly wander about it until it feels warmer. You can't figure out how long it took you to get here. Everything feels numb. Too exhausted to think about this and anything else. Before you can take another step, you slump against the large tree. There's a damp wind traveling through. You can faintly hear a few drops of rain. Suddenly, downpour roars. Dry ground barely handles any of the water before you're pushed against the aggressive winds. You're fully awoken from being slammed against a tree. That quick second you grab onto a thick branch. Pull yourself from the rising water, coughing profusely. Each drop of rain that lands on you feels like pins and needles. Strong current brings you back into the murky water. With a surge of adrenaline, you desperately climb up again. You take a hesitant risk and grab one of the branches to pull yourself up even higher. The branch cracks and you shift downward. Another gust of wind blows through and forces you to hold onto the tree. Close your eyes tightly and hoping everything will be over soon. Trees of various kind can be heard falling apart. The tree you're clinging onto sways back and forth. No. Open your eyes back up and try to figure out what to do. Within that split second, a tree tilts over and becomes caught against something you can't make out. The water below gives off the illusion it's rising even more. Get ready to climb upwards, but the damaged wood can't hold you any longer and crumbles. You fall inward into the hollow tree. You crawl around to get up at every attempt at getting out does nothing but cut against your hands. Body wants to pass out, but you fight through it. Huh? An opening becomes available within your reach. Climb upwards again, ignoring the increasing pain. You lose your grip trying to reach for something that isn't there. A piece of wood pierces through your right lung as you fall back down. The pain is indescribable. You feel every second of it before the water seeps in. You were stabbed in the back. That's what that ending meant. Alright, let me do this. Let's just say, I'm gonna stay. I don't wanna go with you. I'll be fine, think so. Yeah, I'll go. Take a long time before thinking about your situation. You look at your surroundings before nervously giving him a nod. It's okay, I'm not mad at you. Just worried is all. He comes closer and slowly helps you up. Right. Cookies. Let's see what this one does. It guides you through the tall grass and puddles. Okay, I guess nothing. One. I don't wanna go. I'll stay and then go with him. A grilled cheese sandwich. That doesn't sound half bad. Especially with tomato soup. Oh my god! Yeah, I'm like that, especially with this tomato soup. Oh, thanks. We'll share a moment of awkward silence. Okay, let's go. Alright. The rest of the walk is in silence as he helps you over areas that are too unstable for you to go through on your own. A couple of rocks block the way and he easily guides you up and over them. Once everything seems okay, he gives you a nod of approval, but suddenly he picks you up. I'm gonna go down the hill by myself. I don't know. Once he gets ready to step down the hill, you wobble off his grasp. Snow, wait. I think I could go down on my own. He stands there staring at you. A look of curiosity comes across his face. Alright. Give him a confident nod and start to run on your own down the hill. Starts off as a good pace, at a good pace at first. The incline of the hill is longer, deeper than you expected it to be. Start to feel uneasy. This continues as your weakened state causes you to stumble, crash into a mossy covered ground, and roll down the steep hill. Try to protect yourself, but it's no use. You awkwardly roll at an angle and manage to miss the worst of the incline. Before you can expect anything else, you reach the damp ground. Turn over and question why you thought this was a good idea. Seconds later, you hear him sliding down and walking his way over to you. Exhausted, you make a slow effort to regain your flick. You look up at him with his confused gaze eyeing you down. He doesn't finish his thought and dusts you off again. Without another word, he continues into the fog as you follow behind. The distance between the both of you grows as he continues onward. He stops in his tracks and waits for you to catch up with him. Once you're within a close distance, the both of you make your way into the cabin as the rain and wind picks up. Alright. Feeling fatigued, you lean up against the door in an attempt to maintain your energy. He walks over to take your hand before guiding you to the couch. Alright. I can do it myself. I can do it myself. You rarely reach for the cloth and he easily moves it away. No, you can't. Just look at you. Besides, you tried leaving by yourself and this is how you ended up. He quickly finishes up wiping the last bits of dirt off your face before tossing the used cloth on the table. He walks over to the window adjacent to the front door. What I've gathered, yeah. Anyway. Okay. Anything new? What are you thinking? Not sure what you meant. Not sure what he meant by that. Look nervously about him. Something about him makes you feel anxious. No, I don't understand. He looks down, thinking to himself, another wave of complete silence falls upon you two. I know we got a choice in that. Something about him makes you feel apprehensive and certain of staying here. He mumbles to himself, what to do. He weakly stand up, and he stays close. I'm okay. I'll take a shower. I'm just gonna be a dick. I don't know. You don't give him an answer. Instead, you just look off to the side to avoid eye contact. He tries to change the subject when the moment of silence drags on for too long. I'm gonna call it a night. And takes a long pause. Yeah. Alright. We already read that before. What's the point? He's right, it's very late. You question why your mind even thought about doing that. Part of you hates that you can't ask much of anything at this point, as it'll only make him more suspicious. Who knows what'll happen if who knows how he'll react. Oh, he reacts certain ways. At least, he's giving me a place to stay again. The pain in your head comes in waves. Best not to push my luck. With nothing left to do, you sluggishly get up and turn off the lamp. You take up the blanket on the couch, and it takes a while before you finally fall asleep. You tiredly wake up and try to readjust to your surroundings. It takes you a minute to realize before you realize just how long you've slept in. Look over to the window before getting up and walking over to it. The storm doesn't give the impression of being intense anymore. The sun peeking out between the clouds as you slightly lean on the windowsill. You let out a deep sigh, feeling the warmth of the light rays. Time you've spent here has you fairly stressed. Curiosity, go towards the door and slowly open it. Doesn't hurt to get some fresh air. You take a deep breath in after taking a couple steps outside. The air feels icy but manageable. Decide to walk around in the wet terrain. No matter how hard you try to process the surroundings, no memories can form correctly. Nothing around the area reminds you of anything so far. Rain continues to gently fall onto you as you try to look around. Calm, flowing water in front of you catches your eye. Seems as though it's easy to walk through. I wonder. No, you do it. Out of curiosity, you take your first step. It's not as deep as it appears to be right now. Easily adjust to the chill and continue to wander across. The moment is short when you hear the sound of a door opening. Tension in the air shifts. Something in your back of your mind telling you to get as far away as you can. What? What ending is this then? Keep going, not turning back as the lingering cold tries to falter you. All of the fallen debris and rubble tries to cross your path is easily avoidable. Eventually, you manage to locate a small creek that travels along the undergrowth. You force your way through it and stumble down the side of a small hill. It's a lot colder than it looks here. Pick yourself back up and take a pause to catch your breath. Take a moment to look around the area. It's fairly dim here as the trees black out most of the natural sunlight barely peeking through the clouds. I'm not sure about staying here for long. The fast moving murky water in front of you has debris floating around but looks decent enough to drink. Cup your hands and take large sips of the freezing water. The water has a horrid taste to it. There is no accurate way to describe it. Your throat burns, as if there's multiple thin cuts on your esophagus. Try to cough it up, but there's no use. It's hard to breathe as you continue through the chilly terrain. Through the thicket reveals a long piece of decaying timber, hidden in the greenery. It's covered in moss and seems to have been used before, but doesn't look sturdy enough to cross on. You look around and notice a few rotten stumps, but floating around in the middle. Looks easy enough to cross over. I think I can get over there. No, you can't. I just need to snap yourself out of it and focus. It can hop on over. Make your way to the edge of the creek. Quickly jump over the first stump. The next one appears to be fairly rotten. You prop yourself and quickly jump forward to it. You hastily cross over to the next one without stopping. The next one in front of you is deeper in the water and harder to see. You let out an exhausted groanings and jump across. You almost slip and fall before managing to balance yourself. You take in another painful deep breath. Last one. I can do this. Feel your heart pounding a bit faster as you bite your lip and jump over one last time. Stump starts to sink into the water, and with no hesitation, you make it over to the other side. Calm down, calm. Okay. Look in front of you and see a tall grass once more. There's nowhere else to go but through it. There's a good amount of time before you reach an area that seems familiar. You're not sure. You can feel yourself go numb from the constant pain of breathing. You weakly snap yourself out of it and keep going. The sun sets deep into the clouds and the subtle rain is starting to pick back up. Thunder is quickly approaching. Come on, think. There's a muddy patch of ground in front of you. You hug on to a nearby tree that's freezing to the touch and inch your way around. A cold gust of wind whistles in between the trees, making everything difficult to traverse. Wait until the frigid wind stops before continuing. Quickly continue to wander, unsure of where you're going at this point. All that you know is that you just have to keep going somewhere. The swamp turns you around in two different directions. You feel disoriented and tired from the hostile environment wearing you down. You try to turn back, but that's all that's left is darkness. Your senses go in different directions as you continue running around aimlessly. In the end, you're not sure where you ended up. You ran away. Damn. Alright. Let's just say no 2 times. Stay. I'm gonna stay. You hungry? Stay. Oh, no, I'm not gonna go with you. Is it stay again and then go? Okay. No, okay. Go with you. Okay. Fine. Lower your guard, but only slightly. Only give him a slow nod and use the edge of the tree to hoist yourself up. He lines up a bit. See, there we go. It's gonna be okay. You say nothing. He gives you a cautious look before taking you along with him. He places one of his arms under yours to make the trip back easier for you. Now let's get going. Wait, can you slow down? I can't. He doesn't wait for you to finish before continuing on with his last few words. I know a shortcut. After, like, you look at him nervously and tightly hold on to him. Oh, hold on. Can I do it? Hold on. Save. Maybe we'll do it later. He takes one step closer to the edge. He pauses to take another look at you before cautiously going down the hill. You close your eyes once you see how steep the hill is. You can feel him take careful steps and slowly start to glide down the hill. The sound of debris can be heard shifting all around you. Eventually, both of you reach the ground. The light rain gently falls onto your skin. You loosen your hold on him. Though there's a lot of fog within the area, it feels slightly better here. The cabin is just across the terrain. He straightens himself up and continues carrying you through the area. Before you end up falling asleep, he places you back down as he approaches the front door of his cabin. The rain begins to pick up and you stand close to avoid the icy wind. He reaches out to turn the rustic doorknob. Both of you quietly walk through the back door of the cabin. Feeling fatigued, you stumble over to the couch. You sit down on the throw blanket. I didn't think I said I don't know before. What to do. Yeah, I know, load. No. Did I ever do this? I feel like it didn't, but it does feel familiar. Just won't go to sleep. Is it just I don't trust him yet? Let me see all the endings. I don't know how to get all these endings, but I do wanna. I can't really take a bath right now. All right. Should I end the stream or should I wait? I think I'm gonna relax for a bit, and then I'm gonna come back. All right. See ya. Bye.